Please turn to page 35, and we'll chant the 7 limb prayer. Gosum gupe gone chatzelo ngesham yi tu cherti malubu tomene sadu tuntam cheshak kepa gewanam la sheirang Korvamaton badule shune Drolo cheki kolo korvadan Dajengenan chanchu chen porngo. Then on page 97 and 98, the short mandala offering and the request to turn the wheel of Dharma. Saji perki jushi meto tam nidavlishi nidegen padi sangye Jetsun Lama Dampakyenam Kichurkukala Kense Jujintik Jita Tsampe Dujetima Lajap Gecherki Chapawaptu So Idam Guru Ratamandalakam Niryatayami. And on page 98, Geshe will lead us on the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Sanje chodan soji chonam chanju dagi chushin jebe sunam je dola pinje sanje no bansho Sanje chodan soji chonam chanju mano nane dagi chushin jebe sunam je dola pinje sanje Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanjo manam dagi chushin jebe sunam je dola pinjalan Lada la me na me ji omo no jaje la so chuje chola chawa jaba nama sanje so ro no shi ne jo de dawa shi je ta be chunye chune ndi shi je nama lai be na no ne pe ba da me ka Doa kunchen to na chisa pa tamche ke to dake chu ten to kwanke tuzu nizu dawa tamche pa me tamche chu ten. Ko tamde la chakse lo. Good evening. Good evening. And then continue. So, Sojun is like traditions. Traditions here. Or more likely traditional instructions. Traditional instructions. Based on traditional instructions, there is two methods how to increase or develop loving kindness, or champada tinge loving kindness. So once a chick, the first one, serap, serap, life. Thoma mebane, so we need to go far away, far as possible, not just, 7 generations, above 7 generations, like above. So then, what kind of conclusion did you reach? Then you realize even the humans eventually is connected to or related. There's like I think this idea, oh, I have nothing to do with that person, so I don't care. Like that kind of mindset doesn't really help much when it comes down on developing your loving kindness. That kind of mindset really doesn't help. So therefore, first method to there is the deeper understanding of connections between you and others. It goes far, as that connection goes far away, it goes like beyond our mental capacity. It goes like, so meaning, need to understand in order to develop the loving kindness, need to understand the connections. That's the first technique. So then that instructions is given Shakyamuni Buddha to Maitreya Buddha to Arya Asanga. So then from there, Shantideva, who wrote these books, very books, they are commentaries by His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. There we are reading, there's the root text. The Gelek, the author of the root text, Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, received direct instructions from Maitreya Buddha. So then continues for Lama Atisha here, Indian master Adisha Dibamkara Shirijana, the Indian master who came to Tibet, helped reestablish Buddha Dharma back in Tibet, possess both lineage. First one coming through Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya Buddha, Arya Asanga, so then to Lama Atisha, so then Lama Tsongkhapa is all the way here. Basically, that lineage emphasized the importance of connections between you and others. Needs to be there in order to develop loving kindness, compassion. Otherwise, universal peace, world peace is just between lips. That's all. Cannot be materialized because we don't understand. That's why we are having a hard time loving. Our love doesn't go beyond our friends, family, relative. Just stop there. Doesn't go beyond because we don't understand. We think there's no connections, even though there's a connection that goes like, how you say, way back. The connections go way back. I'm having a hard time, I can't really think. or just think about your parents, great-parents, great-great-parents. Oh, I only remember 7 generations after they disappear. No, it continues. You can't just deny it because you don't remember that. So that's how you built. So so there is then after that it is possible. It is possible you can have tremendous loving kindness towards someone. It's not your relative, it's not your friend, it's someone completely strangers. You have this strong loving kindness towards that being. Could be like, cow, animals. So what you get, immense benefit, that's what you get, immense benefit. Your heart is filled with peace. Your heart is filled with peace. That's what you get. And that generates a lot of strength, energy. Eventually, that you reach to the point that you feel like you could live in a fire pit, eons, just to have one sentient beings. We have that much courage. Where it come from? Oh, it's come from developing loving kindness. That's where it come from. It's not fake, it's the authentic feeling. So there you have that. You feel like that, no fear, no stress, nothing. They feel like can live a fire pit, not just how the cold weather, fire pit, just to help one being. So where did courage come from? Oh, meditations. Practicing this method, understanding the connection between you and others is quite important for your mental peace. Right now, like we don't know, but those masters do know. That's the first instruction. No, that I will just read. That's the whole point. Even though there's many words been said, that's what it boils down. Saratoma me vana rangi mada ni machuve simjishi jam meva tengus. Need to remember the connections. Otherwise, as I said, universal peace is just word, no substance, just word. Oh, nice thinking, that's all. Then there's not much meaning. Even we human have problem, just forget about going far back. Even within the relatives, distant relatives, we have problems remembering their kindness. Imagine that. And this connection is very obvious, very clear, but we have hard time remembering that. So they're going far back. There's requires some need to educate, basically educate. Once you recall the kindness, then you may think, okay, maybe morally it's wrong not to repay the kindness. Maybe then you felt like you bear some responsibility to help whatever ways. Because you remember their kindness, then they lead to thought about repaying the kindness. So then giving something back, as I mentioned many times, everybody looking for something good. Nobody is looking for something bad. That is the fact. Nothing to do with religious belief. It's just fact. So then you're giving something that people are looking for. That's how you become close. That's how trust has been built between two persons. Otherwise, grow the distance between that and you and other grow further and further. So then, as I said, universal peace, world peace is just word, doesn't have much substance. Ngāzu tētāng gōmbā yinā, simchā tamchā tēchā wā shēkwa tē, ngāzu dōngāl tsūr nāne rāngi dewa pār jintus. Khunzu dōngāl tsūr nāne rāngi dewa pār jintus. Pure pure, authentic giving and taking practice, giving and taking practice, tonglen practice become pure if you understand the connections. Other than that, it's just, again, unfortunate. It's just, mumbling some word and just, that's about it. And then, of course, then you can't blame them because they have hard, they have like hard to understand why you take someone else's difficulties. That you don't understand because you think there's no reason. Why there's no reason? I don't know that person. This old mindset is not really helping for our peace of mind. It's not really helping peace of mind. It's not helping us to generate bodhicitta at all. It's not helping. So time to time to look for alternative, in order to become kinder, warmer, loving. So that requires a different technique. That last part is talking about online practice. So now the second technique, simji shinji jang, simji shinji, other beings, could be animal, could be dog, cat, squirrel, human. So therefore, the Lamrim teachings lay out precisely how to reach the highest level of mental peace. It's been laid out precisely, step by step. If you look at whether you understand the entire Lamrim teaching or not, the way it lay out is precisely guide us step by step. First talk about samsara. Not having the good understanding of nature of samsara is hard. You may end up judging someone, oh, that person does not deserve my love because our understanding of samsara is not that good. When you think about, when you meditate, when you read, when you think about samsara, every breathing, living being, unless you are liberated, you all have issues. We all have issues. Struggling. Everyone is struggling. So now you found the foundation to sympathize, or do something good for them because they are struggling, because I realize through my meditations, this whole thing is complicated. Everybody's life is complicated. Every breathing, living being's life is complicated. So usually you sympathize if somebody falls down. That problem is very obvious. That somebody just falls down, and maybe like scratch some part of the body, then you see some blood. You sympathize. That human nature is coming up. Then you go there. Then you say, "Are you okay?" But that compassion is not reaching beings. They're just walking by, wearing nice clothes. You think there's no foundations to sympathize. Well, of course, samsaric point of view, everybody is struggling. So, understanding the nature of samsara builds the foundation for universal compassions. That's how your compassions reach out each and every breathing, living being, because you realize that understanding is not like superficial, it's very deep. Finally, you recognize that. So then, that is the foundations. Suffering is not like seeing some blood and like maybe screaming or pain. It is much more complicated than that. So then, that's the one. Simje tamje danyam yimba sono. Yeah, danyam equal. Not just think, practically just think. Just set aside a religious belief, just practically think. There's two mindsets. One mindset, you are thinking, I'm the best, I'm the one, I am the best. How much benefit you get with that mindset, how much benefit you get with that mindset, how much peace you generate with that mindset. Another mindset, oh, we are all equal. We are all precious. We all deserve the best of the best. With that kind of mindset, what do you get? Peace. 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 Look at someone, you have thought, oh, that person deserves happiness, pleasure, joy. That mindset gives you peace. I'm the only one who deserves all the attention, nobody else. With that kind of mindset, how much benefit you get? Mentally, almost zero. And then people don't treat you like one that you are thinking, then you get pain, suffering, caused by your thinking, your idea. So that's why. Thinking equal, that mind benefits. Or thinking, oh, I'm the best one, so I have this, I have that, I'm like educated, or then all this mind is all garbage. Sorry to say. Sorry to say, this is all garbage. We all have different pounds of their garbage. Different pound. Sometimes have 100 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound. We are different weights. First need to understand everybody's struggling. Assuming, that's like you are incorrectly assuming consciousness. Incorrectly assuming consciousness. That's technically what's called in the Buddhist philosophy. Assuming there's two assuming consciousness. One is correctly assuming consciousness. May not be the valid, no, but correctly assuming consciousness. One that's called, that may be that correctly assuming consciousness, there's a possibility it may lead you to the valid. Incorrectly assuming consciousness will lead you to not lead you to closer to the reality or fact. Correctly assuming consciousness is possibility, it probably leads you to the fact. Maybe you'll find the fact. Incorrectly assuming consciousness leads you to not to the fact. It leads you to the darkness. Yeah, I assume something. We use the word I assume. You looks like a foreigner, yellow blonde hair, looks pale skin. I'm assuming you don't speak Tibetan. Could be incorrectly assuming consciousness. That person maybe speak fluent Tibetan. But there's one monk. He was, I think, become monk. I think he was like British or like Canadian. I don't remember. Now he's teaching somewhere in Sweden called Michael Lobsang. One time, between my monastery and Mysore, some of you have been there. Mysore is a big city, 2 hours. Frequently, monks take bus, the government bus, cheap. Takes, not comfortable seat, but cheap. And he realized there's one like mother and daughter sitting behind his seat. And they are saying like, why this foreigner comes here and riding this poor bus? Like, why they don't stay in their hometown? Is much better, like comfort-wise, much better than India, 1,000 times better. Why they're staying? He understands everything what they say. They are assuming he don't speak Tibetan. So when they get out of the bus, the Kushalnagar, the small town, there's like 15 minutes from my monastery. So then he said, effectively said in Tibetan, oh, like Lies there like, bye, see you later, and they just all turn red. So that's incorrectly assuming consciousness does not lead you to the fact. The fact is he speaks fluent Tibetan. Of course, he was in the monastery when he was 7, 8 years old. He was there long time. Sorry, they wasted your time here. So that's just so yeah. Simjatamje danyam yinba. So danyam is equal. Rang chinzi chi nimik. Nimik means fall, drawback. Rang chinzi. This word, I'm not sure when you say in English, selfish, maybe have many different connotations, selfish. If somebody is thinking, well, selfish means, oh, if I study Buddhism, I should not take care of myself. That's totally wrong. You know, Rang Chinzi, in Tibetan, Rang Chinzi, it has only negative connotations. Rang Chinzi, if you are educated, when you hear this word in Tibet, even within the Tibetan speaking people, when they hear this word, they know that is, you are only thinking about yourself. That's all. You are not thinking about anybody. You are not giving anything to anybody. You are always expecting that you are the one who deserves everything, nobody else. That kind of mindset, that's called selfish. Of course, you have to take care of yourself. Otherwise, why you meditate, why you study, why you learn, that's your moral responsibility. You have to take care of yourself. There's nothing wrong. Wrong changing. Sometimes there's the egotistic, selfish. Need to understand that's like not just think of yourself. It's like you are only thinking of yourself. Reality, you are just one, and there's others so many. Just think about it within the family. You are just one, and thinking that you deserve all the attention, you need everything, and you are not willing to give anything else. How that will work? Sooner or later, people will find out. If there's very kind people, they will probably do something. Then eventually, their wealth will dry up. There's nothing to give. Even there's no one drop of water. Everything is a gift. Now there's nothing to give. So make sure people don't reach to that point. So yeah, talk of fair, not fair. Oh, I think karma is fair, very fair. Our action probably not fair. It's not fair, not all the time. What goes down comes down. That's very fair. That's very fair. What is that? That is no more than causality, law of causality, karma, same thing. It's fair. So this is like downside of like self-centered attitude, meaning only thinking about yourself. That's all. So that mindset is not good. In Tibet, it's called Rang Jinzi, cherishing only yourself. Rang Jinzi, cherishing only yourself. My way, highway, that attitude, that mindset is not good. That's what it's talking about. That mindset needs to be flexible. That mindset is very unfair. It's not fair at all. Not fair at all. Randa chisunsu dunganyo sheba simjada danye mada ran jinsuji nimi ta shen jinsuji pensu gomju is. Second technique, on reflecting on the downside of this self-centered attitude and thinking about the benefit of cherishing other. Even the Chabja Lama Zobar wrote a book, one of them wrote a book, Cherishing Others' Door to Happiness. Very true. Cherishing others' door to happiness. Very true. Maybe that's the best way to take care, cherish yourself. Maybe we may know it does not word it like that. It word it like cherishing other. It doesn't say cherishing you. It just says cherishing other. It doesn't word it like that. But maybe that's the way to go. Cherishing other is like cherishing yourself. Cherishing yourself really doesn't mean cherishing yourself. Maybe it's opposite. Cherishing others due to happiness. It does make, technically, it makes perfectly sense. It makes perfectly sense. Maybe that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Ego, belief, or self-centered attitude is the way to go. That's wrong. Been doing that since from beginning of the time. What you get? Nothing. Still struggling. So something to think about. Okay. So these are the two techniques how to develop loving kindness, which is the root cause of bodhicitta and universal compassion. It's the direct cause of bodhicitta. And before that, before universal compassion, you have to work on how to develop loving kindness using these two traditional instructions. Coming from Maitreya Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni Buddha to Maitreya Buddha to Lama Atisha, Arya Asanga Lama Atisha. Lama Atisha possesses both lineage. Exchanging exchanging oneself with other. Dashi Nyamji exchanging oneself with other. So that instructions, Dashi Nyamji, coming from Maitreya Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha to Manjushri to Nagarjuna to Lama Atisha. Lama Atisha possesses both lineage. Like that. So these are the two traditional instructions how to develop loving kindness, okay? Which is critical part of peaceful life, happy life, happier life, happy life. So just think, so that no matter which one you practice, first and foremost, what is important, whichever traditional instruction that you choose to meditate on, practice, and first and foremost, way before the first and foremost, what's most important, it's quite important to understand the nature of suffering. It's much complicated than the definition of suffering that we know. Our version of suffering is not that deep. When we hear the word suffering, dungal, immediately we think about some kind of pain, that's not the meaning of that, That's not the meaning of, that's not the nature of suffering. Complication. That's why I change. I think complication is bigger. It's there. If it's not there, it's only a matter of time. Everything is complicated. So that needs to be understood. Need to understand nature of here dungal, Sanskrit word dukkha literally means dungal. So the way you translate in English called suffering, and I switch that word suffering to complications, and it's much bigger. It's much bigger. Nobody is free from complications. Nobody is free from complications. So you only will know that if you understand the nature of complications. What we have, sixth realm. I think it's not three lower realms, three upper realms. No matter which one you look, relatively one is better than another one, But does that mean they are free from complications? No, no, no. They all have their own complications. No? Look at the cat. Oh, looks like perfect life. Raining, napping, sunny, napping, eating, napping, looks very good. That has complications. We don't know has complications. So, therefore, grass is always green other side of the fence. That mindset, I think so. If you understand the nature of samsara, there is no really green grass. You don't have other side has no green grass. All grass looks pretty much same. Sorry, it's not funny, but that's the truth. I think it's quite. That's why when the Buddha taught Four Noble Truth of suffering, why it's come here first? We don't have to stuck. There's a way out. If you're looking for a way out, there's a way out. That's what Shantideva Buddha trying to show. There's a way out. You don't need to stuck. You don't need to tie yourself tighter. The rope can be loosened up. You can be free. That's why, not like because Buddhism likes to talk about suffering. There's a way out. There's a way out. Everybody possesses Buddha natures. Everybody has a chance to get out. Get out. If you're seriously seeking, if you're seriously tired of what you're experiencing, there's a way out. There's a way out. There's a way out. And there, of course, there's obstacles, three types of obstacles. First, there you have no will to go out. You just sit there, complain. You have no will to go out. You don't have strong will, desire to go out. You just sit there, complain. So the complaining doesn't really help to get you to get out. There's one obstacle. First obstacle, you have no will to get out. Second, I don't have much, I don't think this teaching will get me out, so I don't have much faith, not sure. Second obstacles, you are not going to get out. I'm not sure I-94 will go all the way to Washington, D.C. I'm not sure, you will never get on the road because you are doubting the highway. You are not going to drive on that. You may have no doubt. You have will to go Washington, D.C. You have no doubt on that particular road. Let's just say I-94. But you think you are on I-94, then you probably drive on someone, that road leads to Florida. So instead of getting to Washington, D.C., you end up Florida. So these are the three obstacles. First, you have to have will, strong will to go. That's the way out. So I'm trying to say, just think about it, okay? Why so? Why so important? First and foremost, why so important to understand the nature of complications way before you trying to practice these two traditional instructions, recalling the kindness, repaying the kindness, seeing everybody's equal. These things will never happen. Never happen. So just think of a practical level. When you feel bad, when you witness some level of suffering, you feel bad. Human nature is coming up, feel bad. The reason that you're observing something is something not good. That's why you feel sympathy, you sympathize, empathy.
Sympathy.
It's very hard. Somebody's like walking, dressing up, walking, it's hard to sympathize. Because you don't see. you don't see that clearly indicate that our understanding of nature of complication doesn't go very deep. That's why we are having hard time. Therefore, this way, because that's why His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama suggests that his commentary that we need to understand the nature of nature of sufferings. Okay, problem. Nanzu chenasa tekom tang nasu tabi dunga nashi mitang. This is exactly what I said. That His Holiness saying in different way. Tekom te means hunger. See, people probably here, generally speaking, probably have hard time understanding hunger, generally speaking. The place where I grew up, they experience, they know very well what hunger means, because they went through that not just few months, year after year, many years. So then when you see somebody's hungry, you feel very bad because you experience that. You feel very bad. It's very genuine. It's not just pretending. It's very genuine. You know exactly what that feeling is like because you experience that, then you feel bad. Oh. So therefore, so my brother in Switzerland, he has 7 dogs, small. They are very strict. They are worried about their health. They give them food, 7 o'clock in the evening, all day long, no food. Then when it's 7 o'clock, they all go out of their mind. I cannot stand because I experience hunger myself many years. Sometimes they go out. When they come back, all the dogs are sleeping. What happened? I feed them all day long. Can't stand, I feed them all day long. That's why when they come, nobody's like make any noise. They're sleeping all in their basket, small basket here, one there. So like that. So that's just an example, So then same thing, same logic apply. If you understand the nature of sufferings, you know exactly what complication means. You know exactly how, you understand the nature of complications. So everybody's, then you say, as I said, everybody's struggling. Never assume that somebody's perfectly fine. Nobody's perfectly fine. Everybody's struggling. That example, tekom, hunger, kom means thirst. Tekom the nasu, pain. Dungaja nashi, mitang. So same thing. Someone who experiences depressions genuinely sympathize someone who's experiencing depressions. Someone who has no clue of depressions, then see someone who's experiencing depressions. Very hard to, first of all, hard to understand. Looks physically fine. What is wrong? There's nothing wrong. Physically fine. So then it's hard. You can connect. You can connect. There's nothing to connect. What you see looks good, but it's not right. But you cannot connect because you have no experience. If you experience having knowledge, maybe physicians have knowledge, symptom of depression, or they have some knowledge, they probably sympathize, but someone who experiences depressions, their sympathize is deeper, genuine, because they experience that exactly like that. So that's just example that His Holiness didn't say. That's my own observations. Tini tekumchi nasu tabi dungaji nashimbi mitangsa yangnasa or shenji lakdu dukzu nyongshimbi tunjoso la ninje sheba lelhamu yes. These are relatively easier to sympathize. Everybody, as I said, when we human, our nature is not evil. Maybe that's just your idea, maybe that's your ignorance. You think, oh, people are evil. There's ignorance, there's no wisdom. His Holiness Dalai Lama frequently said when he came to West, human nature is something good, something good. Then why people do bad things, so they are hard to say. That like it's complicated. It's very complicated. There's no one thing to point. There's so many things went wrong. Then practically, so yeah, if you live in war zone, there's constant fighting. It's hard to keep your life up to ethic. Then probably you lose that. So then nothing good comes out of that, because the whole environment contributing to that. Then so then that that's how it looks. Well, then this is relatively easier when you witness some kind of then human nature comes up. Generally speaking, not every person, generally speaking, people sympathize. Nobody say, wow, wonderful, today's the best day, you fall down, you hurt yourself. We don't say that. Doesn't matter who, we just say, are you okay? Doesn't matter, is your father, mother, your relative. People usually, generally speaking, say, are you okay? You don't care they're Buddhist or Christian, Muslim. You just make sure they're okay. So like that. That's human nature. So then animals that have been abused by people, then when you see those animals shivering like the tin, like then you sympathize, because you see suffering. You see suffering. You see problems. You see problems. Usually we don't see problems. We don't see. Oh, looks good. No, we don't see problem. That's the problem. Not seeing problem is meaning, is not understanding the nature of problem. Therefore, you don't see problems. We, not just you. Sorry, I say always say you, but include myself too. We. That is relatively easier when you see something. When but when you think about celestial beings, angels, celestial beings, you think, oh, something that you admire to be. No, they have complications. They have complications. Therefore, every day, you're trying to do review meditations about the complications of each realm. 3 upper realm, 3 lower realm, you go through them, each one of them, there's complication that is associated with each realm. You go through them. Where's your aim? Now your aim is for liberation, not for like some celestial realm or heaven. This is not the goal. The goal is liberation. Human enjoying what? Wealth, material possessions, celestial beings enjoying. When you see somebody's like happier, enjoying, no sympathy. Why? You don't see problem. Does that mean they are free from problem? Of course not. What happened? My understanding problem is not going deeper. It's just superficial level. It doesn't go deep. Therefore, hard time sympathizing with them. So this is all. Sorry, by the way, this is all bodhisattva practice. You should not feel bad. Oh, I can't do that. Eventually, one day, but we are studying this. We are studying, Guide to Buddhist Way of Life. After when you generate bodhicitta, when you become bodhisattva, what you do, you engage yourself into this practice of these professions. That's what you do. These are bodhisattva practice. So when I read, I was admire or wish or maybe hope or someday that my understanding of bodhicitta improved. So then I'm hoping maybe I'll get like a little bit of taste, what it means like having a bodhicitta, a little bit of taste, reading, that like that has to get much imprint as possible. Oh. The disease so the digital when we think about celestial realm, people who are enjoying their life, that's why he's always said. Instead of like sympathy, we get jealous. That's human thing. It's not your personal problem. That's human thing. That's no. But then we don't think deep. When you get jealous, it doesn't really help. It doesn't really not helping your peace of mind. It's basically destroying your peace of mind. Nonju tato langi, dini dunga chi himba tan, duwa kunji dunga nyungi wa mashebe lemba is. Why these things are happening? Why I'm getting jealous? According to Shantideva's guide to Buddhist way of life, because our understanding of suffering is not very deep. That's one. Yeah, so incorrectly assuming there are people who are enjoying life, they are like a wonderful, perfect life. There's no perfect life. They have their degree of complications. So now, because of the technologies that you hear, you read, people like here, probably most wealthiest people who run corporation CEO, are they considered as one of the happiest person on the planet? Not really. Actors and actresses in Hollywood, one of the like famous like movie industry on this planet, are each one of them they looks very happy, content, satisfied. No need to read the Shantideva was teaching. Just look up, just look around, just read this or this. So no need to read Shantideva's book. But already mentioned here, but here you see. So that indicates everybody is having issues. Dunga ngunju yimbe dunga je dunga da juye dunga yawa mase tadun chaba de juye dunga shaba shayos. Obvious suffering is suffering of pain, suffering of change. No need much explanation. You see, you also maybe experience, or you see someone is experiencing. This too is not that hard to complicate, hard to understand. The last one, what's called? Pervasive.
It says all pervading suffering.
All pervasive. That is hard to understand. You can't blame. You need some education. You can't blame, how come you don't understand? It's not easy. You can't blame people if they don't understand. You need to study. Even you study, even then, it's still hard to wrap your head around that particular suffering, the last one. So last Sunday I said there's like hair on the palm, hair. Not like this, like big, but there's hair. And one of my friends texted me, she said, she says something to do with the genetic, so I'm not sure, like something to do with genetic. So she's saying that not every person has hair on their palm. So I never owned microscope, I never used one. So now like there are some machines needed in order to see the smallest, tiniest part. One person from Spain, Barcelona, heard that in the teaching, probably she's working in some kind of lab. She went and looked, she saw the hair. it's not easy to see. Exactly, that's how the last suffering is. It's like, this is hard to see. That one is hard to understand. They're equal. They're equal. They're hard to understand. Oh, equal. So, Chiba Lagdi Tabu is Chiba legitimate child, Chiba legitimate child. Or you can say someone has no clue about teachings. Lakti, lakpa, hand, til means palm. Chiba Lagdi Tabu, duje dunga pu mitos, duje dunga, the last sufferings. Pu, hair, on palm, you can see. It's hard to see. Exactly the last part of suffering for truth of suffering, out of Four Noble Truth, first truth of suffering, that's last one. It's hard to understand. Okay, oh yeah. Oh, dunga ngunjuwa yimbe dunga the juya dunga was first two dunga suffering. Yeah, pain. Right from the beginning, it is suffering, it is pain, and when it's there, it is pain. Finish, it is pain. Juya dunga. In the beginning, it sounds like kind of like delicious or pleasurable. Next moment, turn into complication. That's called suffering of change. These two, no need to read. It's very everybody. The last one, okay. Tadun chapa dushi dunga sheba shijan yoje. Dunga chima di dunga chima di jinji manju siso kowa neba tezi dunga zu tenji deji meba yes. Sometimes, the question's been asked. I've been here 25 years. Question's been asked, then why we think negative things? Complicated. I don't wish to think something negative. Why we think negative? Why we think something negative? Complicated. Cause and conditions. Why negative thought rise? Cause and conditions. Not because the cause and conditions. You are part of that. You can say, it's my neighbor. It's not me. It's my neighbor is the one who caused problem. It's your idea. It's not true. Then people just ask questions. So they know we possess Buddha nature. Human is all good. Then why we think negative things? Cause and conditions. Complicated. Lack of self-discipline. Lack of meditation. What do you mean meditation? We don't think. We react, overreact, super fast, or does not take time, don't know how to take time, and never taught, never learned. Oh, that's the problem. Oh. Meditations, as I mentioned last Sunday, ancient technique, how to handle problems, and helps you to understand the fact. The fact is not perfect, it's imperfect, trying to be perfect. Within the imperfect, existent, trying to be perfect, hard, possible, hard. But the whole base is complicated, is imperfect. Meditation helps you to see that. So then this unrealistic expectation will die down, because there's so many unrealistic expectations will slowly die down, because you understood your existence quite well. Oh, no. So then meditation gives you a chance to sit back, breathe, don't react, don't overreact, don't react super fast. Take your time, think, precisely calculate outcome. If you're looking for something good, should not rush, need to think. Oh, no, I need to scream. Yeah, just go ahead and scream. Other person will scream too. What happened? nothing good thing will happen. Therefore, sit back, breathe, think. The thought that want to scream will slowly disappear. What is that called? Wisdom. It's called wisdom. There. So the meditation is very important. It doesn't have to be sit like this, very serious. Thinking. Always calculating outcome. Understanding what you're looking for, good. Need to understand what the goodness comes from, how the goodness comes from goodness. Goodness does not come from bad things. Then law of causality finish. Good things come out of bad things, then the law of causality doesn't exist. Then you do whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. That's not the case. That's not the case. Need to understand, you're looking for something good, need to understand the mechanism that what mechanism you're going to use. Therefore, Shantideva pointed out very clearly, Dunga Thodu, same just wish to overcome suffering, looks like you're just going for suffering. That has weight, it has substance. Something's going wrong between outcome and action. There's some mechanism is going wrong, mechanism is going wrong. Therefore, meditation helps you to take your time, breathe, sit back, calculate precisely outcome, not worrying just for the whole atmosphere. 1 minute before everybody's laughing, eating, second minute, nobody's talking. Everybody becomes so serious. What happened? Something happened. Somebody says something, somebody don't like. Everybody reacts super fast, says something. That's exactly what happened. Can't just blame. It's like, everybody participated. So meditation helps you to understand the reality and helps you to not to react, overreact, super fast reaction. Take your time. When we take our time, things can be changed. Things can be under control. If you think out of calm mind, any circumstance, if you think out of calm mind, you see more solutions. That's the fact. Sorry, there's so much been said that supposed to read His Holiness commentary here. COVID na dunga chima di jinji nganzu chisi kwa nebo tezo nganzu tinji deji mewa yin. Yeah, like why we possess Buddha nature, humanity is good. Why we think something negative, complicated, cause and conditions. So that. How come there's no everlasting happiness? How come I don't have everlasting happiness? The people ask all kind of questions. There's no easy answer. Ko nebe simjiye tamji dunga nyungi yoba tojure simjiye tamji. Each and every one of us has issues in our life. Meaning complication. Tene nganzo ninje shawando june simje tenam dungale tondeju lo jungures. Then eventually, I understood my own existing nature. Now I understand when I look around, same thing. So then you build some foundations to develop loving kindness foundation. You understand? So that's the word is okay. Tetana was a Nanzu Shembeju Lodi Musu Nyamle Chepa, Nanzu Chewa did the Chewa Chima Tala, Tadang Jurgushin, so Tomangazu Chewa Mitaba. In order to directly put into practice this loving kindness practice and do two instructions. Ngansu kewa ditang, ngansu us. Kewa di means this life. Kewa chima thala. Kewa chima means next life. You can't really blame, there's not much clue. There's not much clue there. You can't blame people. Or how come you don't understand? You cannot blame because there's not clue. But does that mean there's nothing it's going to be game over? Oh, that's hard to believe. Game is not going to be over, unfortunately. Not based on your belief. So, difference between this life and next life is only breath, one breath. When you can breathe in, finish. There's next life. It's not that far. It's that right now, it's hard to, I say, there's no clue. Jur means need to transform. Transformation is needed for this life, and idea about this life, idea about next life, probably needs some kind of transformation is needed. Or maybe game is over. There's nothing's going to happen. Nothing going to happen. So that probably needs transformations. Sorry to say. So, going to be human again. That also needs to be transformation too. Because I'm human now, I'm going to be human again. Probably not. There's like all theory. It already exists. Way before than your idea. It already exists thousands of years ago. And was logically defeated. That argument is very much defeated through debate. So that those transformation about this life, idea about this life probably needs transformation, idea about next life needs probably transformation. In order to develop bodhicitta, the idea about previous life before this, probably idea about life before this needs probably transformations. That's why it's all. Tatang means like the way you look at, where you look at this life, where you look at the next life, where you look at the life before this. Probably, we human have ideas. We have ideas. Some say, I don't believe. I have no clue. You can't blame them. Does that mean they are bad? No, you can't say it's bad or good. So they can blame. So, but those idea needs to be needs transformation in order to liberate yourself. Probably need someone to tell me. 다 토마 ngazu cewa dita cewa chima dala tatan jugu ju toma ngazu chewa meda wata bates ngazu chewa meda wata Thomas at the beginning, in order to do some kind of transformation of this idea, he's always suggesting, sharing his experience. First, we need to analyze death and impermanent. Then so 9-point death meditations, 9-point death meditations that you are trying to do every day based on review meditations, but still like I say, meditative experience, experiential understanding, realization, these are all same thing. I think in my mind, these are all synonym. Meditative experience, experiential understanding, realization, these are the same things. This only takes place when you do serious meditations. And other than that, no, it's just it just becomes knowledge. That's unfortunate, it just becomes knowledge. So so no, this life needs to be shaped. I say, yeah. In order to shape this life, it requires many tools. Can be shaped by one tool. It's hard. Many tools need to know. Surviving peacefully within this complicated, not just complicated, very complicated existence require many tools, many tools. Just not just one tool is not good, many tools. Three root, death is definite. Then there's three reasons. There's three reasons. Time of death is uncertainty, three reasons, 6. What follows after, what happened after death, have three reasons, 9 reasons. That's called 9-point death meditation. That's what it's called. 3 root, death is definite, time of death is uncertainty. What happened after death, 3 root, each has 3 reasons. That's called 9-point death meditation. That's what it's called, 9-point death. Death will come no matter where you go, what you do, how much you possess. It doesn't matter. It will happen. Or can be happen because I'm the president of the United States. No, not true. It will happen. It will happen. Read the history. What happened to Genghis Khan? Who rules? What happened? Gone. Ottoman Empire, what happened? Gone. Just name. Don't fool yourself. Don't think that you're going to be here forever. This is not really helping you. It's not really helping. You are not being practical. You are not being practical. The moment you become impractical, hard to accomplish anything. Because meaning, you become delusional, or you're just tricking yourself, or it's not really helping. It's coming. It's coming. Nothing to worry. It comes. It's not based on worry. It's the nature. No, you could say the same thing right now. I'm the one who's saying it. You could say the same thing. What I'm trying to say here, even just thinking like that every day, going through this 9-point death meditation, gaining experiential understanding, meditative experience, realization, it requires serious effort. It won't happen like just. Knowledge is easier. They could memorize. You're doing this meditation all the time. Now you remember by heart. Does that mean you have realization? Of course not. Make sure that we don't get surprised by something that we think never going to happen. When you surprise yourself, then it's not good. And then mind's hard to get calm and peace. That's not good. So that's the fact. That's the first reason that is coming. It's definite. That's coming. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. It's not about knowledge. It's not about title. It's not about power. It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do. What is that? That's the fact. So then, okay, well, maybe like I only have like 3 years to live. Maybe I'm going to expand, go into Walmart, buy something, maybe make it like 20 years. You can't make it like, you can't make that in USA. Then rest of the world, impossible. If you can make it, first you make in this country. So then maybe slow as other country will learn. There's nothing. Not just that. There's many obstacles. There's always risks in driving, flying. There's always risks. There's always risks. Or maybe not drive. No need to drive or fly. Just eating something, choke. Nobody's like shuffling anything. You just eat your something. Went to the windpipe. So then, like no, anything could happen. So that's the fact. Then, like when you are survived, carry out all this, like fantasy thoughts, doing here, doing that, not really thinking about, not really, how you say, prioritizing importance of loving comparison, loving kindness, and all of that. Then maybe basically like how you say this, just by negative thinking, you are just like wasting this precious moment that you have just by just thinking something negative all the time. That could happen. So anyway, So medina is like that's called like chua. That's exactly how ngazu thoma chua mita tabas. First we need to analyze death and impermanent. That's exactly how you do based on knowledge. Based on knowledge you do. Based on experience, I have no experience, so I can't really talk. But that's how you do. Intellectually, that's how you do. It's only thoma ngazu chua mita tabas. Very beginning, we need to analyze death and impermanence. That's exactly how it's been taught in Lamrim teaching. Chuvang is in Namjing Yeme Gomba, Namjing Yeme Imba Gomgrius. That's why it says need to meditate on this like 9-point death meditation. And so she was just no she millas. Then he also says thinking about after the game is over. That's probably not true. Ngazu gedi lechi yoba. Taki nganzu laya kimi tenkewa che kimi tenke so something's going to happen. That is definite. It's not going to be game over. Something's going to happen. Only the ideas. Oh, you live only once. When people say that, what it means? You live once.
Well, in the West, there's no belief, very few people believe in reincarnation.
That's
so
why they say
it's
you
just,
live only
we only
once.
live once.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
you only live once.
I hope that I do very much hope that's true. I do. If somebody asks, Geshe, do you really wish that to be true? Yes. My answer is yes. Without second or doubt, I might say yes. But I'm afraid it's not true. I'm very afraid it's not true. Something's lacking, all my friends, something's lacking. Why people do all kinds of crazy things? Something's lacking. Maybe some understanding is lacking. Maybe this idea, they're driven by this idea, you live only one life. This idea is not really helping for the whole peace. It's not helping for world peace. This idea is not really helping for the world peace. So they only anyway. So meditation means think. You can walk around, you can drive, you can drinking tea, cup, thinking. Oh, that's productive meditation, thinking all the time, thinking. Single pointed meditation, requires sitting like this. Single pointed meditation does require this. Meditation doesn't have to sit like this. Single pointed meditation, need to sit straight. Proper sitting is needed. Meditation does not need that. Just thinking, reviewing meditation, analytical meditation. Not only sit down, it could be cleaning, doing something, cooking or eating something. Then Miki village ganzo nyasondo pemba dependa tundo chende ganzo shenji seba dan seba najuva so many things within the human world that we know. We are human, we know what's happening in the human world. We know. We read newspaper, we watch news. Nowadays, especially nowadays, technologies, 21st century, very fast. There's not lack of news. You get tired of reading them. They feed you from all directions. There are all kinds of things. National Geography, you see African safari, all kinds of things happening. Hyena fighting lion, lion fighting hyena, crocodiles, all kinds of things happening. Why? Complicated. There's no one answer. Complicated. It's complicated. Why things are happening? Because of law of causality. Law of causality. Not because you are doing something wrong. You could say, we human are part of this. Everything, when you look at impermanent, everything evolved. Weather, climate, people, environment, thinking, oh, it should be the same thing. It's not going to be the same thing. Everything evolves. Then, all kinds of things you could say, it's quite amazing how much people write and say about everything, anything. And meanwhile, become more and more complicated. It's not become easier and easier. Name of convenient, things getting more complicated, not getting more convenient. So then, everything, the humans, within the humanity, within the universe, there are all kinds of things happening because of law of causality. Law of causality. Everything you see, and the National Geography, all the complications you see in the National Geography, all the complications you see in the world, here in like your own home country, other country, people like fighting here, fighting there, doing all kinds of things, all of that. Law of causality. Nganzo dungaji janzo le tawa, nganzo tabe lama lojochin, tenyamzo language. It's your moral responsibility to liberate yourself. Instead of just sitting there, then feel like, so helpless or hopeless. You can't blame people. That's exactly how you feel when you look at the world. You can't blame them. That's overwhelming. Every year is hoping to get better. On New Year Eve, celebrate so many fireworks. Everybody's hoping something good for that year, but actually it's not that happening. It's not happening exactly the way we celebrate. Lights, champagne, toast, that's not how the world looks like. That's what people hope. Why is like that? There's so many complications, so many law of causality. So, but nganzo tabela lojo tenya le nganzo me lo kashi chi jeso rangi nyamne la debu ju rewa chesi janganzo rangi nyamne jungju ji chawa mambo junsingwa chashi dinkus. It's not good to be short-sighted. Everything needs to be accomplished in this life. But not good, no. Now I have this incredible opportunities, so precious opportunities I'm going to use, no matter how long it takes, it's worth it. So I really desperately looking forward to go to Washington DC many years. Today I got opportunities. Maybe I should use. At least move a little bit. You are not getting far away, you're getting closer. That's what I'm saying. One step at a time. The moment you move, it's getting closer, So we can't just sit around understand. So this very precious moment, so something will happen. Should not worry about when. This is the right thing to do, this is the best thing to do, this is the hardest thing to do, this is the best thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to do, but that's the best thing to do. That's what I'm going to do, and I don't worry about how long it takes. And I do know I already started the journey. I will get there. It's only a matter of time. So that gives you hope. Then every day, so creating merit, verbally, physically, mentally, this all happens because of this life. If you happen to be cat, that's hard, even hard to read anything, first of all. Even though there's incredible book, you cannot really read because you're a cat. So that's not the case. You can read and you can think. And you can say something, hi, hello, how are you? You can say. No, it's not like that you don't know the human language. There's a lot of possibility. Every single day there's a lot of possibility. A lot of possibilities. Seeing squirrel backyard, running there. looking for food, just give them some. That's good things to do. Make them someone happy, someone's like full. It's not that hard, it's not that hard. So the next time when you dedicate your merit, I'm going to dedicate merit even like say come chick somewhere, say come chick some say come chick mouthful of food giving to animals, I dedicate the merit. After when you feed the squirrel, that become more, that has more substance. It's not just mere word, it has substance. It makes you happy. That's what you're looking for, it makes you happy. Then continue to do. If that makes you happy, then maybe we should do something that makes you happy, we should do continuously. So many, every single day, so many opportunities. The process is not a piece of cake. It requires effort and needs to be consistent. And at the end, you feel good. So that's something that we can do. We don't have to worry about, when I can do that. No, right now, this moment, right now, you can do something good. We can do that right now. The short-sighted, his always no good. No, so the right things to do, best things to do, hardest things to do, the best things to do. That's what I do. And no matter how hard it is, I'm going to do that. So then it's good, And day by day, so I think that's exactly trying to survive in this complicated existence and trying to survive peacefully is not that easy, but it can be done, slowly, one step at a time, Or manage to think something good today, or because I was happy, because the way I think that makes me happy. You can do that again tomorrow, you can do it more. So then there, that's how we improve, okay? Yeah, so now, stop, sorry, so probably read few pages. Next Wednesday, I'll talk less and read more. Thank you. So then, yeah.
See, please turn to page 235 and 236 in the Gold Prayer Book, and let's chant stanzas 1 through 5. Gewa ji nu du da la san ge du gyu ne do wa chi kya ma lu pa de yi sa la ge pa shok Janchu Sencho Rinpoche, Ma ke panam ke gyurchi, ke wanyam pa me payang, kone gundu pelwa sho. Jamper power jita kempada, kudu zampo de yande jinte, de da kunji jesu da loche, ke wadi da tanche rab tungon. Dusun shepe gewa tanche ki, ngowa gala chodunga pade, dashe gewe tawa di kunkyong, sampo chuchu rabdu ngowa gi. Tagi jine sape gewa di, tendan dowa kunla kampedan, kepa jetsun lo zanda pai, tembe nimbo rindu sel jesho. On page 244, the long life prayer for His Holiness. Ganri ra we ko we shin kam di, Tendan dewa malu june, jere zigwan tenzing yatsoi, xiao persi te bar tu tengyu chi. Then page 245 for Sarah J. Kinso Rinpoche Jetson Losandel. Jonu iya nala
Onjo
wajo
te
awatare
awatare
temba
tsemba
rozo
rasa
pa
ba lo san
rozangewe
jave
de
dendo
ton le
lebe
pacho
jo jase
jashuge
genyo
lama
lama so
soa
wa.
de. Then the inside back cover, a prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, fearless teacher and
Dame
assembly
dhamma
of the
jade
children
nyala
of
so
victorious
lo san
one,
jawa
Shravakas and
jade juba
Pratyeka
ji
Buddhas,
oram ja shinge
victorious
jave
Losang,
malube
father and
dede
sons, along with
malube
the
jade.
lineage masters. All
Yo
the
son so
objects
bya
of
lo de
refuge
de
of the
mo je
infinite
jadan de
lands,
de de
please
me
bestow
la
the
mo
virtue
ya
and
mo ya
goodness of accomplishing this prayer
lo
here and now, holding and
lo
spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and
Yada
practice.
josan
You
jasan
wore the
jalan
armor of
jalan
patience
jalan
that is
jalan
never
jalan
discouraged.
jalan
Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request, while striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings. You suddenly depart to peace, what a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Now the inside front cover, the long life prayer for Geshe. Gewe lam la dempe de pern chok, le she dampe terwe ni moje, chirki zawa mi ton shen chok, da pa pon we lama zab ten chi. Supreme God, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are constant Dharma companion. Lama, who has renounced fame, may you ever remain. And then for the long life prayer for Geshe Sangpo. Gewe churki bachara tenching, pelden la medanya ni la chang, sampe jewe nin senda jepe, shenen chepo kutserap tenchi. You who have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart, you who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And then 7 Tara mantras for all living beings. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Wonderful teaching. See you next time.